SD drives distraction-free, an intervention program to prevent high school student drivers in the San Diego Unified School District from distracted driving.
The goal of our program is to decrease the number of incident rates in accidents, injuries, and fatalities caused by distracted driving in San Diego County high schools. By informing students the dangerous risks of driving distracted and sharing prevention methods that one can practice to reduce accidents and injuries behind the wheel, we will be utilizing an app as an intervention tool to measure and record data, response, and feedback for our program.
Objective: our target populations are high school age 16 to 18, San Diego, California school district, to empower housing habits through our anti-distracting cell phone app, to educate young adults age 16 to 18 about the dangers of distracted driving in order to prevent them from engaging in risky behavior, to raise awareness about the dangers of distracted driving, to promote safe driving practice and behavior, reduce the number of accidents, injuries, and fatalities among young adults aged 16 to 18 San Diego high schools due to the distracting driver.
The conceptual model that we chose for our intervention program is the theory of planned behavior. We chose this theory because it focuses on an individual's intent to change and also on their perceived behavior control. This theory is appropriate for our program because we're hoping to change behaviors associated with distracted driving among our target population. For example, distracted driving is anything that has to deal with high-risk behaviors, like texting or talking on the phone while driving, putting on makeup, eating, drinking, and even listening to music. Under the TPB, there are 3 parts: behavior, normative, and control beliefs. We attributed these 3 parts to our intervention program, as you can see here in the figure provided. We are hoping to get the participants to have a positive attitudes towards not engaging in high-risk factors associated with distracted driving, how they and others perceive their own driving skills, and their perceived control over whether they can stop themselves from engaging in distracted driving. The main outcome here we are planning to measure would be whether our intervention program would help decrease the number of accidents associated with distracted driving among our high school student drivers in the San Diego Unified School District.
For measuring outcomes, we will be using a survey to determine our baseline data. This will include questions about assessing their knowledge about distracted driving, driving behaviors, cell phone usage in a car. We would also introduce our phone app to the experimental group, while the comparison group will not receive the phone app. For measuring post-intervention outcomes, we'll be sending out post-test surveys after the intervention to both the experimental group and the comparison group to compare the effectiveness of the intervention.
The research design that we are using for our program is quasi-experimental. Our sample consists of 24 schools from the San Diego Unified School District. Out of these 24 schools, 12 of them will be our experimental group who will receive the intervention, and the other 12 will be our comparison group, and these schools will not receive any intervention. Our pre-test survey will ask information about the students' current knowledge of safe driving practices and also ask if the students were involved in any accidents in the last 3 months. Our post-test survey, which will be 6 months post their intervention, will test the students' knowledge of safe driving practices after the intervention and also ask if the intervention helped reducing the accident rates.
Thank you. Now, does anyone have any questions?